Hi, everyone. Chief Rankings Officer Payton Soicher on the Triple Option with Paul Catalina. Last weekend, we had an amazing game between Penn State and Ohio State. Ohio State ends up winning the game 20-13, but there was a lot of controversy at the very end. Questionable non-call pass interference on Ohio State that could have ended up with Penn State getting another shot in the end zone. Let's use the what if simulation tool on rankings right now to see what would have happened if Penn State would have won that game. So let's go ahead and go to www.rankingsrightnow.com. You can go ahead and create a free login, go into the what if simulation tool, click the actual algorithm that you want to use. Right now, we're talking about the AP poll. So here was the predictions of the AP poll for rankings right now. We have Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, Miami, Texas, and Penn State was predicted to drop all the way down to number 7. They ended up at number 6 in the AP poll. One actual interesting thing to discuss a little bit is Oregon, Georgia, and Ohio State were the top 3 teams in the preseason AP top 25. Very interesting that they're actually still there all these weeks into the season. Now, let's go into the what if simulation tool now. So at the very bottom of the page, you have the ability to change the outcomes of these games to see what would have happened to the rankings given a different outcome. Let's go ahead and jump on into this Ohio State game. As I mentioned, let's say that Penn State is able to score a touchdown in those final few minutes, go for 2, and win outright 21-20. So we're going to put ahead in 21-20. They hold Ohio State. We have James Franklin finally has his big win that he's been looking for. Now we're going to go ahead and go up to our altered games to make sure that this is the only game that's being run in this new simulation. Click the run simulation tool. And after only about a second, we are able to see what the new AP top 25 would have been for week 11. Notice it would have been Oregon, Georgia, Penn State would have remained at number 3. Our algorithm predicts that Ohio State would have dropped to number 7. Given that Penn State actually had that same prediction of dropping down to number 7 and ended up at number 6, I would assume that Ohio State would have also been number 6. But this is an enormous change from where things are standing right now. Penn State would be in contention with Oregon for having one of those at-large bids for the selection committee, assuming that the AP poll is going to be very similar to the college football selection committee, which brings me to my next point. More rankings analysis on the triple option all the rest of this week. We're going to be diving into the selection committee releasing their rankings on Tuesday night. We'll be diving in on Wednesday and Thursday to try and see exactly what those new rankings mean and what are the next big games that are coming up from a rankings implications coming up in week 11. So much more to cover. Thank you so much for diving in. I am the Chief Rankings Officer, Payton Soicher, on the Triple Option with Paul Catalina.